Hello fellow survivors and welcome back to the Walking Code Lesson 9 Part 2. This is going to be the lab portion of Lesson 9. And the lecture portion of Lesson 9 we talked about true, false, if statements and relational operators. And of course our lab is going to reflect the lecture portion of this lesson. So just walking through the code, no pun intended, real quick, we can see that I have my pound include IO stream using namespace std, standard stuff that we've looked at before. I have my main function here. I have an integer declared named zombies. I have a cout statement asking how many zombies do we see. We are going to input the number of zombies that we see. And then, depending on the number of zombies that we see, we are going to make a logical decision. If the number of zombies equals 0, we have two equal signs for comparison, keep that in mind, then we are going to go ahead. If the number of zombies we have is equal to 1, we are going to take it out quietly. If the number of zombies is less than or equal to 5, we're going to avoid this group of zombies. If the number of zombies is greater than or equal to 6, well, we're just going to get the heck out of here. And then I have my system pause and my return 0 and the close of my main function like you would expect. Alright, so let's try to run this code. Actually, I'm going to show you something. I mentioned something in the lecture portion several times about things. Putting a semicolon right there by accident. Okay, I want to show you what happens with this. And I'm going to set the number of zombies equal to 0. Let's see if it even compiles here. Yeah, it does compile. If I see 0 zombies, go ahead, avoid this group. Okay, so it worked that time. This can just cause unpredictability in your code. It worked that time. I don't actually believe it worked. But anyway, so we generally don't want to do that. So if I test it again, and if I put, there we go, how many zombies do you see? 0. We get the go ahead and avoid this group messages here. And that's because the number of zombies is equal to 0, and it's also less than or equal to 5. So we get both of these items displayed to the screen. That is an error in our code. We're going to fix that in lesson 10. But let's just continue on now and see what we got. I'm going to try to run it again. And how many zombies do we see? 1. There we go. Take it out quietly. Avoid this group. I'm going to say 2 zombies. We're going to avoid them. 3 zombies. Avoid them. 4 zombies. Avoid this group. 5 zombies. We're going to avoid them. 6 zombies. And let's get the heck out of here. What if I say 1,000 zombies? Yeah, we're going to get the heck out of here. You better believe that. We're going to get out of there quick. Okay, if we see 1,000 zombies. So that's how these if statements work with these relational operators. We have equals here. Okay, if zombies is equal to 1, do this. And this is composed within that open curly bracket and this closing curly bracket. So we got a couple different brackets going on here. Don't confuse the brackets with the parentheses. Alright, just don't do it. You'll have a bad time trying to compile your code. Trust me, it happens. Make sure you pair one open bracket with a closing bracket. And generally, Visual Studio does a pretty good job of highlighting an opening bracket and a closing bracket. And we've used other relational operators such as less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. We've used integers for this example just because integers are kind of easier to work with. You can do other data types as well. And it pauses and returns 0. So we're going to fix this inherent error. That was done on purpose actually to lead us into the next lesson, which is lesson 10. where we're going to talk about if, else if, and else statements. We'll get there, don't worry. Enjoy using if statements in your code. Really realize the power of if statements and relational operators. That's what this exercise was meant to get you guys to see. Alright, I hope you had fun, and thank you for watching.